We have a guy named Arlo on the phone for a second date. And Arlo, I saw your email and I read all about your date. And I think the most interesting part to me was that the girl got to your place early and you didn't let her in.
That's
What?
true.
I'm curious to hear about that. But first, tell me, what's the girl's name?
Dina.
Dina. Okay. Arlo, before we get too far into this, do you know why she's not calling you back, or are you totally mystified?
I think there could be a few things.
Okay. We got options.
Oh, a few.
I like to know that, Arlo.
Okay, so
Don't
let's...
go too far in.
We'll start at the beginning when she arrived early for the date. How early is early?
Yeah.
She was at least 15 minutes early.
Okay. So wait.
15?
15? That's not too early, bro. I thought you were talking like an hour or two.
Was the date hanging out at your house, or was she just meeting you there and you guys were going somewhere?
Right, exactly. We were meeting there and then going out.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always a good plan.
But you would still plan for her to come up to your apartment or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I always run late, so I hate people that are early.
Yeah, me
Personally.
too. Me
But-
too.
So what did you say? What did you tell her when she got there?
I just said, like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not ready. Do you mind coming back in a little bit?
Coming back? Why don't you just say, I'll be right down. Give me 5.
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking. It just came out of my mouth.
Got it.
Okay.
That is
So you shut the door on her?
So-
Like a solicitor. No thanks. Come again.
Do you have an appointment?
Yeah.
Wait, what did she say to this?
To me, it sounded kind of like she didn't know what to say, but she'd say okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
sure she
Start.
didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
This is an interesting strategy. Keep the girl waiting before the date even starts.
That'll
Like
make her in
it.
a really good mood.
it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even waiting. It's sending her home. Telling her to come
Giving
back.
her a new task.
So was it like 15 minutes later you guys then started your date, or what?
Yeah, she came back actually probably like a half hour later, which was, honestly, that was fine with me because I did need a little bit more time.
Okay.
Can I just, what were you doing?
Just had like a bunch of stuff I had to do before I got
Okay.
ready.
Yeah, bro,
Prepping
All right.
yourself.
Don't ask a man what he was doing.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
bro.
Jeffrey.
We don't know. We have no idea. Okay, why are you asking all these questions?
Ever, we never know.
Just let us be. So what did you end up doing for the actual date, Arlo?
So we had talked before about how much we like breakfast food, and I knew a little cafe
yes.
down the street that served breakfast.
Okay, win. That's a great date idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're walking, and she's quiet. We're not talking.
Ooh.
I wasn't sure if, obviously, she could have been upset for the wait or if she was just hangry, I guess is what you would say.
Yeah.
We're not starting things off very well.
No.
Yeah, did pancakes and bacon fix anything?
Well, it was still like awkwardly quiet, so I tried to break the ice by talking about bad dates, like a history of bad, like
Oh, no.
History
of what?
A
Bad
bad
dates.
A bad date.
I see. He's trying to make her remember other worse dates than this one so that this one comes off looking good.
You know, I actually don't think it's bad. Like, self-deprecating humor can be really funny,
But
right?
humor is all about delivery. So if he's like, hey, at least I didn't stab you like some other dates, right?
Yeah, I made the
Still-
last date wait 2 hours.
Yeah. It's all about delivery. So
Yeah, this sounds really fun.
Did she laugh?
yeah, she laughed at my story.
What was your story?
This one time I went out with this girl, and when I met up with her, she was just like, I just want you to know that my dad's in the mafia, so you better treat me right.
Whoa.
God.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Do you think she was telling the truth, or was she just trying to scare you into a good date?
Well, the next day there was a horse's head in my bed.
Shut up.
No.
Get out
No,
of
no,
here. He's
no.
lying.
Oh, okay. But you are funny.
He's got
You
it.
got some
It's a
humor. All right.
I like it.
What about...
And it's good, too, because, like, you're admitting, like, I understand that things are not going the way I want them to.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, and that's a good thing to do.
At
Yeah.
least you're not oblivious.
All a woman wants is to admit that you're wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
What was her story?
She said something about like a date that she had with this guy where they were going to go to a concert. And when she got there, the guy, he had a girlfriend that he invited.
What?
Wow.
And then I guess the guy, to make matters worse, he asked the two of them to kiss.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
didn't see that coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at the guys in the room.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were supposed to be talking about bad dates,
Yeah.
not the best
Okay.
dates.
It sounds like you're getting things back on track on this date, maybe.
Yeah, it was good to kind of relate, I think. I know obviously first dates are usually awkward anyways, and
Yeah.
we got to talking,
Nice.
but then the food came out, and it was kind of bad timing because the food's so good that you just you didn't want to talk. All you want to do is eat.
Just scarf.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I feel it,
Plus,
dude.
she waited a really long time because of you.
Yeah.
She was starving. Good point, Alexis.
Okay. So how did this date end?
So we finished eating, and after the check came out and all that, I asked her if she wanted to just come back to my place.
Oh, like right then.
Yeah, like even longer, just to keep the date going.
Keep the
Yeah.
awkward silence alive.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to come back to my house and just not talk?
Yeah.
There we go.
What'd you
Same,
say?
you
That's
are
really funny.
He's charming.
Yeah.
Well, she actually said she already had plans.
Yeah.
Oh, who makes plans after a date?
Well,
That's
to be
like-
fair, it was 30 minutes later than it was supposed to be starting. So after 2
And-
hours together.
And sometimes you always make plans after a date. That way, one, you can cut it off when it's like
Bad.
leave them wanting more type situation.
Okay.
Or if it's bad, you have an excuse to get out.
Oh, I never
Totally.
thought of that.
Yeah.
I always leave the night open because I always
I
think
know.
I'm getting
I
laid,
know.
you
And do the woman
and-
usually have plans?
No,
Yeah.
no, actually, yeah. It's all starting to make sense now.
All right. So she turned you down for that. Did you end it with a kiss, a hug, anything?
Just like a normal friendly hug.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
That's
least,
okay.
You know, at least you didn't completely
I mean,
disgust her. She didn't-
Normally, that wouldn't be great at the end of the date, but you guys came a long way to get there.
yeah.
All right. So let's play a song. We are a little bit early here, so you're going to have to wait 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
But then we'll
Songs
come
are-
back and we'll call Dina and try and get you a second date, okay?
Perfect.
All right, hold on. Hey, Arlo?
Yeah.
Look, I know I said I'd come back after the song to do your second date, but I'm not quite ready yet.
Oh.
All right, I need a little extra time. Can you just hold, please?
Okay, Jeffrey,
have
we don't have time for this.
Okay.
I know it's
See what
funny.
you're trying to do, but
I'm busy, okay? Just hold on.
Oh
You're
my
not doing
god.
anything.
He just
You're literally like looking at your computer screen right
I
now.
just got to prep. Just give me a second.
You're prepping. Oh, that is.
All right, we're back for your second date. Arlo, was I worth the wait?
I can totally relate to not being ready, so
yeah, of course you can,
so that didn't
Arlo.
work.
What a
You're the only man in
coincidence.
the room that understands what Jeffrey just went through.
Well, just to recap, Arlo started his date on the wrong foot, we think, because the girl showed up to his place 15 minutes early, and he told her, no, come back later. He was busy.
Yeah.
So 30 minutes went by, and then the girl came back. They ended up having some awkward silence on the walk to the restaurant. Talked about bad dates from their past, and then had a pretty quiet meal, too. So he's not getting a call back, and we're going to try and help him figure out why.
yeah, that would be great. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this one boils down to a bad first impression.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Yeah,
got home,
totally.
she started thinking about the date, and like that stuff just kept popping in her mind.
I also think if we can get you a second date, Arlo, the best advice I could give you would be to be 15 minutes late to even out this whole conundrum of
No,
being
he
early
need to
and
be
late.
he need to be early.
No, because she was early, so if
Okay,
he's
now
late, then they
it's-
meet in the middle.
His
Trust me, 30
don't
minutes
don't
late.
how that
please do
works.
not follow Jose's math.
You know.
Just show up on time.
Okay, there we go. Let's move forward.
All right. Are you ready to do this, Arlo?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call Dina right now and get your second date. Actually, you know what? Can just wait one more second. Hold,
No,
please.
oh my God, Jeffrey.
Dude,
Sorry, I had to readjust there. Okay. Here we go.
readjust.
Let's do your second date update.
Hello,
Hi, I'm looking for Dina.
this is Dina.
Hey, Dina. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay,
That's good.
That's good. That's a good start, Dina. Hi.
We're hoping you have a second to chat with us a little bit.
Sorry, what is this for?
It's for a segment that we do on our show called a second date. It's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email us and we'll reach out to them for you to try and help you figure out the reason why.
Oh, great.
That's so genuine.
Yeah, I
No.
really liked your response.
It's more
Dina.
fun than it sounds. I promise, Dina.
I mean, and it does mean that someone really liked you, so that's always a positive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're going the extra mile to try to see you again.
Yeah, that's fine.
You busy over there?
Fine.
That's fine. Okay. Well, can I tell you a little bit about the guy who emailed us? His name's Arlo.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Uh-oh.
This is just getting better for you.
No,
That
not Arlo. It's an A in there.
Were you hoping for
Okay.
somebody else?
I was hoping not to have to talk about Arlo.
Okay.
Oh, that
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
sound good. good.
Well, Arlo emailed us and told us all about the day that you guys spent together, and he had a lot of nice things to say about you, and now he's a little bit confused about why you're not reaching out to him.
I mean, I'm surprised he's confused. I think it's kind of obvious.
Whoa.
I mean, he told us that maybe he didn't make the best first impression and there was some awkward silence and stuff in the beginning of the date.
Is that all he said?
No, he told us that you showed up 15 minutes early, and he asked you if you could come back a little bit later.
Did he tell you why?
Well, he said he was busy.
Yeah, he said
Which-
he was doing stuff.
I'm surprised that you came back because
real.
that is such a weird request. Instead of just saying, hey, can you wait 5 minutes? I'll be down in a minute.
Yeah, if he had said that, it probably would have been better, but
Whoa.
he just made it so weird.
How?
So I got there early, and I came back like a half hour later, and when we actually met up and started talking, he was like, yeah, sorry about that. I just had to do what guys do.
What does that mean?
I hope it doesn't mean what I'm thinking it means.
Please say it was like play video games.
My mind was either pooping
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
or something else in the bathroom.
We
Oh, a
call
different
you-
type of preparation before a date. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so I was like, well, I'm just going to hope it was pooping.
Yeah.
It's not a good sign when that's your best option.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, please be pooping.
Maybe he was nervous and like foot and mouth type of moment, right?
I mean, maybe, but my immediate reaction,
Yeah.
I was just like, pooping? And he was like,
Oh.
no, not that.
Wow.
Not helping
Okay.
the case.
Did-
I figured
He's-
it out.
Did he
a
say it in that same tone? Like, not that one.
Yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
again.
That's the
Jeez.
tone that made her understand.
Oh, God.
That tone is so creepy.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It, bruh?
It is.
It is.
I mean, where do you even go from there in a conversation?
Yeah,
like
you
you
don't.
literally have just met someone in the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes. You're finding out a lot.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
okay then.
Yeah, that's why the conversation was so awkward and there was so much silence. Like, I didn't know what to say after
I
that.
imagine he's like skipping down the
Yeah.
street. like a
Oh
great
my
move.
God.
It's a hard jumping off point for the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Literally.
awkward.
I mean, what do you turn it to? So, you like bacon for dinner?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So are you saying from that moment on, it just ruined it for you and the date never got better?
At the end, it got a little better. We
Okay.
started having fun talking about like, bad dates, past.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, I went out with
Good.
this guy named Arlo once.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, at least that's a good sign,
Yeah,
and
it
maybe
is.
things were getting back on track.
Yeah, but then it came time to pay the bill,
Okay.
and
Uh-oh.
he asked if I wanted to go back to his place, which I think personally is just kind of creepy on a first date period, but it's the way he did it. He said, so I think I'm recovered from earlier. You want to go back to my place?
Oh, no.
Literally say anything but
dude.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a
Oh, my
charmer.
gosh.
Oh, no wonder you said no. I mean,
I didn't even say no. I just knew I was never going to see him again.
Yeah. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know why he called us. If it sounds like he was just looking for a hookup that night.
I don't know. I mean, look, Dina, maybe you'll never see him again, but you will have to hear him again. Because I need to tell you, he's been on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you.
He heard this?
Yeah.
He needed to hear it, Dina. This is a good lesson.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Arlo, you there?
I'm here.
Arlo, what are you doing?
Don't ask that. Oh, my God. Two
Bro.
hands on the phone,
I
please.
just mean like.
Arlo, explain yourself, is
Yes.
what we're trying to say.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Oh.
So no one in the studio.
No,
Well,
it's-
wait,
no, again.
You
You
again,
really
no.
did this, Arlo? You actually told her, or at least hinted at her, what you were doing?
I mean, she asked. I wasn't gonna lie to
Oh
her. I
my
mean,
God.
He's
I'm just-
honest.
You don't,
just-
you don't have to lie. You just don't bring up that
Yeah,
specific
exactly.
You
activity.
could have just said I was busy.
I was though. I was really busy.
Okay.
Oh.
No, we get it, man.
Dina, are you even still there?
Yeah, I'm here, and he's not making it better.
So, I mean, Arlo, I think you need to try saying something to Dina to get her to see you're not a horrible person.
Or just a creepy. That's not being a horrible
Well, you know what I
person.
mean. Like, you're not some weirdo
There it
that's
is.
telling girls what you're doing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm a normal guy that does normal guy things, and I do normal guy things often. But
Okay.
Okay, stop saying normal guy things a million times,
I'm
Arlo.
also a normal guy, bro, just so you know.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
you're
Okay.
welcome.
I know too much.
No, it's not just the beginning of the date. It's how you ended it, too. Telling her you recovered.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
In my defense, she already knew what I did before. I already told her.
Yeah.
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 So she's probably wondering if I'm ready to go, and yeah, I was.
I don't know. Dina, were you wondering that?
Is that the thought you had? Is that what was going through your mind?
No, that wasn't what was on my mind at all.
Oh, shocker.
We should have, what was on your mind, Dina?
Not that.
Yeah. Shocking.
Okay.
I mean, nobody could have guessed that in the room. All right.
It really feels like you guys are all piling on me right now, and it doesn't feel fair at all. I mean, this is what guys do. It's normal. I was just answering her question and trying to just be cool.
We're not
Okay.
saying the action wasn't normal.
Yeah, it's
okay.
timing.
We're saying that the
Yeah.
discussion was too much.
There it is.
And now I have images of things piling on top of each
Oh.
other for some reason. This is not good. We need to end this.
Gotta go do some guy stuff?
Yeah, I know. Let me just ask, Dina, would you like to go out on another date with Arlo? We'll pay for it.
Let me guess.
No.
Yeah.
I should have bet money first.
Didn't see it coming. Arlo, man, you just go hang up, go do what guys do.
Yeah,
Okay.
buddy.
Maybe you'll feel a little bit better.
Think about us.
Okay.
No, please don't.
No.
Please don't.
Before we do today's second date, I need a show of hands.
Okay.
If someone reaches out to us and says they technically didn't go on a date with this person, should we still help them?
Yes. I'm saying yes. Am I the
I'm
only
okay with
one?
helping.
Come
I say
on.
no.
Rules,
Sorry.
schmools. Let's go.
Just taking the vibe of the room. I'm getting a yes from
Yeah,
Alexis. I'm
wanna
getting
help
a
him out.
yes-ish from Jose.
No, my hands are all the way down to the ground.
I'm all the way
Opposite
up.
of
I got
Oh.
two of my hands up.
Oh,
why
Brooke's cheating.
why are
She's
you
using
not
two
counting
hands,
my vote?
Jeff.
Oh, okay.
Brooke's cheating.
If you move both hands, it cancels out, so it's a no from Brooke.
Good.
Brooke thinks it's not worth calling unless you've made it to third
I
base.
did not say that.
But it's 3 against 1
I like the
here.
rules.
So let's just go to the
What's
phones.
happening?
Rudy, what's up, man? We're here to help. You know, at least 3 of us are.
Yeah.
What was your vote, Rudy? Did your hand up or down?
I'll take all the help I could get.
All
Awesome,
right,
man.
Rudy.
Okay.
I'm the only one rooting for you over here, Rudy.
So I know you
Thank
said
you.
technically you didn't go on a real date with this person, but what's her name?
Well, Allison is mainly.
Mainly.
Usually you just have one.
She's she's got a middle name and a last name too.
Yeah.
So
Her
he
name
wasn't
is-
sure which one to go with.
There was a complicated trifecta happening at one point, which I could get to.
Okay,
Okay, so the name has something to do with it all.
I guess so.
What?
Yeah.
Where did you meet Allison at?
So my one friend, Mark, he's like a businessy markety. To tell you the truth, I don't know exactly what he's.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
wears a tie to work, and it's in a huge building.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
He works for a big company.
But Mark isn't the guy that we're calling, right?
No.
Okay, so we don't need his whole backstory. Why don't you tell us about Allison or whatever her name was?
Okay. Well, he took us to this party, anyways. He and our other friend Jeremy, and it was like this really super posh party.
Ooh, fancy.
You know, there's going to be free drinks there. Our friend Jeremy, who went with us, is a total partier.
Okay, again, we just need to get to you
Lot about
meeting
your friends.
Allison
Yeah.
at the party.
Okay, I'm just trying to set it up for you. Okay.
All right.
So we go to the party. I feel like we're looking pretty suave, and a couple girls approach us.
Okay.
Is one of these women Allison, or are these completely other
No, that's
women?
my other friend Cassandra. Now I met her.
I'll be
Okay.
a crazy partier as well.
It's
Yeah.
Allison and her lovely friend Whitney came up to us, and they
Okay.
asked us if we were waiters.
Oh.
Oh, that hurts so
that
bad.
has happened to Jose before. Didn't it
Yeah.
happen once?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Well, I asked if we looked like waiters, and I thought we looked like the guys in Pulp Fiction, so I thought we were looking more that vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Same with me, like Brooke said. You wear a black button up, everyone thinks you're a server.
Yeah.
Come on, this is a nice shirt.
Okay.
I think they were mainly just trying to break the ice and flirt with us. And,
Oh, that'd be smart, kind of.
I
Like
mean,
playful.
Maybe.
and they were cool. They were funny. We were making them laugh. They were making us laugh. We had a good thing going on.
Oh, okay.
Good,
so you
good.
guys started hanging out after the whole waiter debacle.
Yes, exactly. So there was this auction they were going to have to auction this $5,000 bottle of wine or whatever it was off,
Whoa.
And they were saying, if we win this bottle, you guys have to come share it with us. So they were definitely putting it out there.
Oh, dang.
And then, the DJ started up. It was all 80s music. We were all dancing together. And I don't mean to be like bragging, but I'm pretty sure both the girls were into me at this point.
Both of them.
What makes you say that?
Yeah.
Just the way we were dancing, and I felt like a bit of a pinball at one point in the dance line, if you know what I mean.
What was the way? What do you mean the way you were dancing?
Well, I was in the middle, and I felt like I was kind of getting knocked back and forth a little bit.
Oh, it's
Like
an Allison sandwich with whatever her friend
With
was
Whitney,
named.
her friend isn't Whitney, but then Allison pulled me to the side at one point, and we were kind of soloing, so I kind of inched her towards the darkness a little bit, and
You want to go to the dark corner with me?
Where nobody can see or hear you.
well, we were trying to find a little bit of privacy. It was going that direction.
Okay.
I mean, this is like part business, like party, and part middle school dance.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like.
Well, the throwback 80s was, it did feel like a different time, but
Okay.
speaking of that, When Doves Cry came on, and she pulls me in, and we start going at it.
Oh,
Is Doves Cry a song?
Hold
Did you
on.
ask if
Yeah.
it's a song?
Yeah.
Oh my
Alexis
gosh.
Prince.
It's an 80s song, so
I know Prince.
You don't know Prince
do,
if
I
you
do.
don't know When Doves
Okay.
Cry.
it's a really,
Continue,
really
sorry.
famous song from the 80s, very romantic. So she pulled you in to kiss during that.
Yes, and it was very hot. It would look like a Prince video.
Nice.
You're wearing all purple. You got a ruffled shirt on.
You're like, oh, my eye
Yes.
makeup is running. Oh, my mascara.
So did something bad happen after this? Like why?
No, that's why. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's why I'm calling you guys, because after that wine auction was over, I went back. I couldn't find Allison, and I found her friend Whitney, and she said Allison had left, but she gave me Allison's phone number.
Okay.
That's a good wing woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just left?
Yes.
Yeah, and I texted Allison, and we had a back and forth, but then suddenly she just ghosted, stopped responding.
Oh, interesting. I mean, at first I thought that maybe Whitney gave you the wrong number or something, but if you actually talked to her.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else from the night that you think could have been a red flag for her?
Not that I can remember.
Was she like super wasted?
No.
Were
No.
you super wasted?
Good question.
I mean, I enjoyed maybe 2 drinks at the beginning of the night, but we were dancing. By the time I got the phone number, I'd sweat it all out.
Okay.
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 Did you end up winning that $5,000 bottle of wine?
Oof.
No.
Well, see,
Nobody did. Maybe that was part of the problem.
maybe there it is. They said we only want the people that can afford this.
Uh-oh.
I feel that.
All right, Rudy. Well, let's play a song. We'll come back, call Allison, and then we'll try and get you your second date, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right. I'm sorry to bring back bad memories with this song, Rudy, but I decided to play my When Doves Cry instrumental that I made on my old Retrosonic synthwave keyboard that I have at home.
That's why it sounds like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But the reason I'm playing it is because Rudy kissed a woman named Allison that he met at a recent charity event while this song was playing in the background.
Yeah.
And by the time the night was over, Allison had already taken off. Luckily, Rudy got her number from one of her friends who was still hanging out there. And so we're about to call Allison because she's been kind of slow, kind of spotty responding to Rudy's text. Rudy, how you feeling, man?
I mean, that song was too soon, to be honest.
Oh, buddy. Did you ever even get a chance to ask Allison out again?
I mean, I tried to. That was the no response part. I think that might have been where we left.
That's tough.
Okay.
I just completely don't understand it. Like, even while we were texting, I felt chemistry, and I definitely felt the chemistry that night when we were dancing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the worst.
So you went to that dark corner.
Well, let's figure out what's going on, man. We're going to call Allison. We'll try and get you your second date. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready.
All right, man. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Allison?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, my name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, I don't understand. What is this?
This is a radio show.
Yep.
And we do a segment called A Second Date. That's also what this is.
Oh.
Okay. Have you ever heard it before?
No, I haven't at all.
Okay. I was a little more
Alright.
hopeful, but that's fine.
At all? Not even once?
Well, you should definitely go to my Instagram at It's Young Jeffrey, and you'll find a little bit of information about our show on
Yeah,
there.
he posts once a year.
A very small amount of information, but quality.
Maybe the link to our website. We're legit though. We're not some weirdos. We
We're
do
not
this all the
that
time.
legit,
No,
though.
we are weirdos.
Okay, well just
Anyway, this is called a second date. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay?
okay.
Well,
it's good.
yeah.
Somebody likes you. They want to see you again.
Exactly. And that person's name's Rudy.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That
Do
bad?
you remember Rudy then from the party?
Yeah. I feel bad. I think he's probably a really nice guy. This is just my friend's fault for giving out my number.
Oh,
Oh,
you
one
didn't
of
want Rudy to
those.
have your number?
Are you in a relationship or something?
No, the whole thing's really weird. It's kind of a long story.
We have
Okay.
time. That's actually perfect
Well,
timing. Tell
We
us.
don't have too much time,
Yeah.
but
Well,
why don't
we
we
have
tell
enough.
you what we know? And then you
Okay.
can fill in the blanks, okay?
Okay, perfect.
So we know that you met Rudy and a couple of his friends at a charity event, and you guys hung out for a while, shared some cocktails. You guys were talking about bidding on an expensive bottle of wine together, and you ended up dancing, and you and Rudy shared a nice little kiss.
Well, we shared a kiss. That is true.
Oh my God! It was like
Took
a
out the nice
moment for
little-
him. He even knew what song was playing when you guys were kissing.
Yeah.
Wait, but why
It
was-
was When Doves Cry. Do you remember that?
I remember it was a slow song.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't as magical maybe for you as it was for him.
There were like no sparks lit for me. It was
Oh,
wow.
Oh.
I was hoping for something a little
Oh,
easier.
literally
than
the
that.
opposite
Yeah.
of what you said.
Why didn't you like him?
okay. This is really bad, so please don't judge me.
no.
But so me and my friend were at this thing, and it was really boring. And at the start of the night, we saw this group of guys, and I don't know how we came up with the idea, but basically we chose the one that was like the most medium attractive of the group and had a bet of like who could get him to kiss them first.
Oh.
Most medium.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know it's really bad. I didn't think I'd have to tell anybody about it, obviously. So
I mean, no, I
Yeah.
think it sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
it was fun. It was definitely fun. It was really messed up. It's not something I would want to like admit to having done, but it was. It made the night way more interesting for sure.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
Rudy was the guy.
Yeah, so we were both kind of just like flirting and being a little competitive, and then like during a slow song, I was kind of able to sneak away with him. And
Oh, I see.
This all makes sense.
Yeah.
This is why he was
Yeah.
saying, like, they both seemed kind of into me.
Yeah.
Which I can't believe he was reading that right. I thought he was totally off base. Like, oh, of course, some guy always thinks that
I thought they were like
multiple
pushing him
women-
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I understand it started as a bet. Was there anything maybe that was between you two?
like I said, there weren't any sparks. So yeah, I kissed him, and then it was kind of like I got my
win.
$20,
Yeah.
and I just
Oh,
left
score.
to avoid the awkwardness.
Oh man. So it's
makes
messed
sense.
up that your friend Whitney gave him your number.
Yeah, I feel like she did it just to mess with me. Like, I don't know what she thought was happening. It feels like she was just trying to mess with me. Like, she was
Yeah.
mad she lost her $20.
Do you
Probably.
realize how well that
buddy.
worked? Like, now you're on a radio show. Your friend trolled you to the utmost
Yeah.
degree.
Oh,
Like, you
this
got on the
poor
radio.
guy.
Yeah, she owes me more than $20.
Yeah.
Well, Allison,
Oh,
as
this
much
is
as I
uncomfortable.
appreciate you sharing that with all of us,
Ugh,
this is about to get a little bit more uncomfortable.
yeah.
Because I need to let you know that Rudy's been on the other line listening this entire time.
Oh my God, no, I feel so bad.
Yeah, he wants to talk
Oh,
to
that's
you.
really bad. Oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
it's really bad.
It's not great.
Rudy, there.
Wow. I thought this usually happens to bad guys. What?
Oh,
Oh,
buddy.
You're not a bad
Don't
guy.
be upset.
You're a medium guy,
She
according to
sucks.
Allison.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Medium attractive. Apparently, it felt like you were much more than medium attracted to me. And whether it started as a bet, it felt like there was sparks to me. Better no bet. I mean,
Girls are really good at faking it, bro.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I mean, it's not like I
honestly even gave you a chance because I was
Yeah.
just really, this sounds mean, we were just really bored and I was just kind of looking for something to do, and it was just like a competitive thing. And so
But
I'm
you were
sorry.
bored, then you weren't bored when you were hanging out with us. You were having a good time. So,
Hey.
yeah, you
That's a
started.
good
No, I
point.
did. No, I did. I appreciate you guys being fun, and I did have a good time. That's definitely true.
Well, maybe you should give me a chance to show you a totally different situation. You approach it differently just to hang out and see if you have a good time with no bed and no pressure from your friend and no $20.
Hold on, slow down, brother.
So wait,
Whoa,
I
whoa,
think
whoa,
that's
whoa.
kind of cool because I mean, listen to this guy. He could be irate with you right now. He could be calling you names. He could be really angry, and instead, he's pretty understanding and pretty chill about it. Like,
I'm an understanding guy. I'm a sensitive, nice guy.
yeah, I mean, honestly, Rudy, it's an impressive response.
Yeah, just even keel, not too hot, not too cold,
Yeah.
average Rudy.
Stop it, Jeffrey.
It's a good thing, is what we're saying.
Allison, I just think that like maybe there's something there if you actually did what he said and gave it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I feel really bad. I feel like I probably owe you that much.
Yeah, and
Don't do a pity date.
Yeah. come
I
on.
think Rudy's fine with that.
is it possible that Whitney gave Rudy your number because she felt like there was a connection there?
Oh.
I definitely didn't think about that until now. I mean, it's possible.
Dude, listen, I'm all for love, okay? I love that. But this is probably the first time I've ever said this. Why do you want to go out with her, bro? She just rejected you. You look thirsty now, dog. She's like, I don't like him. It was a game. And you're like, well, let's do it
I
again.
say medium guys
Like,
are a little thirsty. That's
I
okay.
know. Oh, medium guys.
Maybe I'm a hopeless romantic, but I really felt something there, and I feel it's worth trying to get a second chance.
I
It's
can get
possible
behind
that
bro.
it's possible that Allison was so focused on her winnings of $20 that the money just blinded her to what was really there.
100%. That's 100% what could have happened. I'm like an intensely competitive person.
See.
Wow.
I didn't think of it that way.
I know. I never thought that line was going to work, but since it did,
How about this? I bet you will have a good time if you go on a second date.
Dude,
Are
just
you
proved-
seeing her 20 and raising her 20? Are
I
we
love
doubling
it.
down? What are we doing?
that's right.
I'm doubling down.
In fact, if you say yes to that, Allison, then we will offer to pay for that date.
There we go.
Okay, I would
Don't
definitely
lose.
do that.
You are making so much money hanging out with this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a yes.
Yeah, it's a yes.
Yeah.
All right.
You won't be sorry.
Look at that. Magic is in the air. Prince has entered the building once again. Congratulations, Rudy.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my God. I didn't think this was going to turn out
I didn't think so
cute.
either. In
Yeah,
fact, I'm feeling a little bit tempted to kiss somebody here.
Who's the most medium of the bunch?
Yeah, I know.
Jose, step on up.
Rudy, I love you.
I love you too.
Prince really does work magic.
Every time.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Amanda is on the phone for a second date update today, and she's smart
Okay.
because she did what people normally don't do. She did her research. Like, not just on the date, the person she was going with, but the actual place. She showed up the day before, interviewed everybody at the restaurant, waited around, checked it out to make sure that it was the proper location to have a date.
Psycho.
Isn't that right, Amanda?
No, that's not exactly what I did. But
Oh my God. Thank God.
I was trying to spin what you did and make it better, but I guess not.
yeah. Thank you for trying to make it better, but no, that's not exactly what I did. Yes,
good.
I did go to the restaurant the day before, but that was on accident.
Oh, okay. You didn't go to make sure that you had the best lighting at the table so that you looked fantastic no matter what happened on your date, right?
Scout mission.
No, but that's a great idea. No, I totally screwed up. I showed up at the restaurant and I was waiting for a really long time, and I kept calling him and texting him until finally got a response, and he wrote me back saying that we actually had planned a date the following night.
Shut up.
So he screwed up your schedule
no.
and showed up to the restaurant a day early.
Where are you,
That's
jerk?
true.
You should have kept blaming it on him and been like, no, I'm pretty sure it was tonight.
I can't imagine the emotions you were going through, though.
Yeah, after 30 minutes, I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like hating this guy so much. And then you realize it's your own fault. Did you say anything rude to him when you texted him?
You know, when I didn't hear from him, I kind of just wrote, like, dude, are you showing up or not? Because I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not too bad. And so did you make it the next night?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Good. All
Everybody showed up the next night. Awesome.
As planned.
And it was a little weird when I showed up the second night in the row because all of the servers and the hostess remembered me.
She's back.
Yeah, it was awkward because the night before I kept checking in with everyone wondering if they had seen this guy or if he was there.
Like have his picture like a police officer that shows up trying to track somebody down. Like, have you seen this man before in here ever?
Exactly.
So wait, how did you deal with that though? I mean, were you able to laugh or was it just weird?
I mean, it was a little awkward, but I had to laugh it off. I had no other choice.
Okay. And was he cool with it?
Yeah, he made fun of me.
Okay.
Yeah, as he should. As he should.
Right.
So how was the actual date?
The actual date, I thought, went well. We had a lot of things in common, listened to the same music. A lot of our hobbies are the same. Conversation was good, but I haven't heard from him since.
So when you were leaving the date, what was your thought? Like that you were for sure going to see him again?
I don't know. You know, to be honest, just dating is terrible and people ghost and you don't know what happens to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it went really well and we had a lot of chemistry, but I don't know if he feels the same way because he's not calling me back.
Yeah. Or you've had plans with him for a while now, but you're not very good with your schedule, so you got it all screwed up.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah, he's been waiting on your call.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Oh my God. Did you guys kiss or anything?
No, I wanted to kiss him to see if we had a deeper connection, but we just kind of hugged and said it was really nice to meet each other and thank you for a nice evening.
Oh.
Okay. And no plans to go out again? Like you guys didn't say, we should totally go out again?
No, I didn't make any plans. I was kind of hoping that he would be the one to call me and plan another date, but I don't know, maybe he thought I was going to screw that one up too and then show up twice. So.
Yeah, he's just like, screw it. Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're going to do it next.
Okay.
Like after the song. Like, don't go anywhere. Don't show up somewhere else, okay?
I promise.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Amanda, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, you know, at the end of the first part of the second date update, you made the comment that dating sucks.
Totally.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking when we call this guy and find out if he'll go on another date with you or not, if he says yes, just skip everything, get married right away.
What?
That way you don't have to worry about dating anymore.
Great idea.
And then if he says no, just the next guy you go on a date with, just meet him at the courthouse, get married. Just stop with the dating, you know?
Okay, great.
All right.
It's like arranging your own wedding.
Yeah, great idea. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, cool. If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Amanda is on the phone. She wants to call a dude named Jacob. They went out to eat dinner together. The problem at the beginning of the whole thing was that Amanda showed up on the wrong day to the restaurant and then blamed him for standing her up. But they worked it out. They ended up going there the next day to eat dinner. She says they had a great time, but now he's not getting back to her and she doesn't know why.
I'm just worried that this is going to go poorly and you're just going to give up on dating altogether. Like, could this be the last straw for you?
You know, I don't know. I've had such bad luck in the past that I might as well know the truth.
Marriage. If you give up on dating, just get married, Amanda. That's the way it works.
Yeah, because marriage is so much easier than dating.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Jacob?
this is Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, how are you? My name is Jubal from a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay, can I help you with something or?
No, just calling for no reason, just to talk.
Yeah.
Uh,
Word.
all right.
I'm a little confused here. Do you need a donation or something, or
We do need
Maybe,
that.
maybe
That's
at some
actually
point. I
true.
don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm calling you because we got an email from one of our listeners, and it was about you.
about me?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, her name is Amanda, and you guys went out to dinner the other day.
Yeah, yes, we did.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And she showed up to the restaurant on the wrong day and then started to blame you for it. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Amanda told us a little bit about your date when you guys actually did go out, and now she's wondering why you won't call her back.
Really?
Yep.
So she contacted you and told you all about our date.
Yes.
It sounded like a lovely date from what she described.
Well, if I'm being 100% honest, this is a huge surprise to me because she did not seem very interested in me.
Really?
Really?
She told us the opposite. She said that she was really interested in you, but she thought that you weren't feeling it.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
I mean, why would she
I,
try to contact you for another date if she wasn't interested?
Well, this whole thing is news to me. I did not know that, and that was not the impression I got.
Okay.
That's to be sure. Yeah.
Wait, you
Well,
haven't
she's-
gotten like a text message or a voicemail or something from her?
I think I got a text message from her, but based on kind of how things went, it sort of seemed more like a courtesy, hey, thanks, that was great, but not like she was really serious about wanting to see me again, especially after what.
Well, this could be one of the easiest second date updates we've ever done then.
Yeah.
You guys, we should just hook you up right now then, obviously, because you guys both like each other and didn't know it.
Well, I'm not sure that I actually really want to go out again, to be
Wait,
honest.
what was she doing that made you think she wasn't interested?
Well, the first sign I got was when the waiter came to the table to take our drink orders. He walked away and she said, wow, that guy's jawline looks just like my ex's.
Oh.
And I kind of was like, did she just say that? And then she just launched into it. In the date, she was just talking about her ex and kind of going on and on in this way that made me feel like, it was actually kind of sweet. It just seemed like she was still kind of hung up on him and, like she seemed like a good person, but I was just honestly not over him.
Yeah, when you're making comments about the waiter's jawline being similar to your ex, it sounds to me like that's all she's thinking about.
Yeah, well, not only that, she kind of said, like, we were working a lot. He was going to night school, and then he had to move for a job, and it wasn't anything bad that happened, but he moved, and so, I think they still have a cat together, or he has the cat or something.
Oh, my gosh. She went into great detail about her ex.
Oh, I learned it all. Yeah, I learned it all. And
It's almost like you're on a date with that dude.
yeah, I might as well been. He might as well just pulled right up.
Were you asking her questions about it, or was she just...
I didn't ask her anything about the ex. That's for sure. I wouldn't, wouldn't have been my style.
Okay.
And I don't know, I guess I kind of left the date thinking this girl's really not that into me, and she's got some history that she's not cleared up with. So I went home, and I guess when I was home, I was thinking about it some more, and so I checked out this guy, her ex, on Facebook just because I was curious. And
Well, yeah, you've heard so much about him.
Oh,
Why
my
not?
God.
It's like you're pulling up a celebrity's Facebook page.
You Facebook stalked her ex?
I know. Even when I was doing it, I was like, "This is beyond." But I was curious. I feel like I should have just friended the guy. I knew enough about him. He seemed like a nice guy, but, good-looking guy, but nothing really special. I thought it wasn't like. He certainly didn't do it for me. So.
Okay, so
you didn't find him hot?
You didn't friend request him then, huh?
Slightly.
Yeah, good enough looking guy, but.
But you're just not really what you need.
Yeah.
All right,
I can't believe that we've gone from talking about your date to analyzing the looks of her ex on Facebook.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it was a strange night, and this kind of happened, and was ready to move on.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're not really ready to move on yet. Neither is Amanda, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to
What?
you. Yeah.
Yep.
She's on the phone.
Yes. She's on the phone and she wants to talk to you.
Hi.
Hey, Amanda. How's it going? Wow. Okay.
So you looked up my ex, huh?
Yeah, I guess I did. I did.
Uh-oh.
Guilty.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually resisted, really been trying to avoid it. And I don't know, he had a picture of him fishing. Is that still what he's doing?
What are you doing?
I just,
Yeah. I don't really remember what the picture was. But I mean, do you hear yourself right now? I can kind of, does anyone else?
Yeah,
we're
we
on
do.
board
We're
with you,
just
Jacob. We're all
letting
on
you have
board.
the conversation. So
what do you mean?
You honestly don't hear what you're doing?
Yeah, no, I'm interested because I just want to know what he's up to. Like, does he have a status update? What is he up to?
Amanda, you're clearly not over this guy.
No, I am. I'm totally over him. I've been with him for a really long time, and I'm just curious to what he's doing.
His profile picture had another girl in it, but I don't know if it was that
Wait,
sister
what?
or...
What? Did she have brown hair with blonde highlights in the front?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Amanda, it doesn't matter. It's your ex. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. I want to know because I want to know if it's his sister or if it's the girl he was dating before me.
Oh my gosh, Amanda.
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. I should not have brought that up. But...
No, I don't think you should have.
Oh, man.
Amanda, you do not need to be dating right now.
Yeah, look, you're not in charge of my life. I thought dating would be a really good thing for me. So, okay, I dated this guy, and now I'm not, and I'm trying to find someone new.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're still focusing quite a bit on the old dude, Amanda.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to say.
It's not fair to you, to the new dude. It's not really fair to anybody until you heal whatever's going on there.
If you were dating someone for over a year and then you found out that some other girl was in his profile picture on Facebook, then you would be really upset too and probably want to know who it is.
Okay.
I agree with you completely,
Yeah,
Amanda.
but
I'm on your side, 100%.
Probably not when you have your date on the phone too. I don't know. Like maybe if you were talking to your best girlfriend.
Look, I'm just curious and I want to know. So, Jacob, could you please tell me more about what you saw on his Facebook profile?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a hard no, Amanda. And
You know what? I have a better idea. Jacob, how about this? Would you like to go on a second date with Amanda? We will pay for it, and then you guys can talk all about it.
you know what? As fun as that sounds, I'm going to decline.
No?
Thank you
Come on.
very much.
Dude, you guys could gossip about the whole thing the whole time.
Yeah.
No, Jacob, you know what? You owe me for this. Okay, I know that everyone is laughing about this right now, but you were the one who looked, and I think that you owe it to me to tell me what you found.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. So why don't you just do yourself a favor and look at his Facebook profile, or are you blocked or something? It sounds like
Yeah.
You might
be.
Good idea.
Yeah, why aren't you on there, Amanda?
Good point.
I don't want to talk about that. I'm just curious about what you know.
Okay. Well, Amanda, how about this? How about this? How about you just set up like a dummy account and then try to follow him?
No.
That's what most sane people do.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate your lame advice. Thank you, but no thank you. Jacob, when we hang up on this radio station, I am going to contact you, and I am going to expect that you give me some answers about what you found.
Oh my God!
He opened the floodgates.
Oh, you need some good girlfriends right now, Amanda.
Shut up and stop telling me what to do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Amanda, it's your life. Live it the way you see fit. And I guess you'll be reaching out to Jacob because there's nothing we can do about that
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I will be reaching out to him, and he better answer the phone, Jacob.
All right.
I'm scared.
That really makes me eager. I love a good threat.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
Amanda, looks like no second date for you. Hopefully you can get the information that you want, though. And I guess we did find out that dating really does suck after all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, everybody texting in at 78592 right now, calling the girl from today's second date update crazy needs to stop.
Yeah.
Not because we disagree, just it's really full of people just saying she's crazy, and I'd like to read some different texts. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Amanda wanted to call this dude named Jacob. When we got him on the phone, we found out the reason he wasn't calling her back was because she seemed pretty obsessed with her ex.
Yeah.
And through the second date update, she still seemed pretty obsessed with her ex because he said that after the date, he pulled up the dude's Facebook page just to see who he was because he heard so much about him on the date. And she started asking tons of questions because it sounds like she's blocked from seeing any of his content online.
I feel bad for her, though. I mean, everybody's been in a situation where they like pine after some ex. That hurts, man.
Yeah, and it goes
hurts.
through everyone's head. I just don't think a lot of people actually go through with that kind of
I
stuff.
know,
You know
and
what I
she
mean?
talked about it too much. She doesn't have any self-control.
There it is,
part of the
yes.
issue, and
Yeah.
maybe some self-esteem issues on top. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I get that, but
Her ex sounds amazing, though.
Yeah.
And I want to learn more about him. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who isn't calling you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today took the girl that he wants to call on a really cool date.
Oh, awesome.
If it was 1982. And then, actually, after reading his email and hearing about his date, I don't even know if it would have been cool in the 80s.
What?
We'll talk to him about that in just a second. But first, his name is Sean. And Sean, before we get into what you did on your date, where'd you meet the girl that you want to call today?
I met her at a bar.
Okay.
She came in with a few friends, and the obnoxious man in our crew broke the ice and opened it right up for me.
Nice. Yeah, you don't sound like the obnoxious person in your crew. You sound like the barely awake person in your crew.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I didn't know if he was trying to use sexy voice with us or if you were like literally still lying in bed.
Both.
Oh, okay.
right.
I like him. Wow.
So your buddy opened up
That was
the
a lot.
conversation. And what was her name?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your first encounter with Sarah.
We just talked a little bit, and the music at the bar was kind of funny. Some was kind of tacky. Some was kind of cool. Some 80s stuff, some 90s stuff, and we just were just having a laugh and talked a little bit about her work and just sexy Sarah. I could barely stand it, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
sexy
wow.
Sarah.
Did you use that voice too when you told her that, didn't you?
I tried.
Oh my God, you sound so creepy to me right now. Like if I saw you in a bar and did you really refer to her as sexy Sarah to her face too?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, you're smart. You can call her that now.
Thank God.
All right, so you met her at that bar, and let's get to your email about the date you went on because it was very interesting to me. You went to a vinyl party?
Yeah, somebody I know, you know, they throw these parties where everyone shows up and everybody brings one record. And there's kind of like a curator or a handler that kind of picks everybody one by one, and they hand over their record, and then they pick a track off of that record, and then at the end of the song, each person kind of tells, you know, like why that song is special or poignant or sappy or whatever.
So you're a hipster is what you're saying.
I mean, I guess. I mean, my jeans aren't large, if that's an indicator.
That actually sounds like a kind of cool party, though, to be honest.
I mean, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's super awkward. And I guess I mean, therein lies the humor.
Yeah, okay. So do you go to these things a lot?
I've been to a few. I wouldn't say a lot, but yeah, you know, I've seen it.
Okay, so did she have to bring a record herself?
She did, yeah.
And what did she choose? Because that's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah. She brought a Cyndi Lauper record.
Cool.
All right, and you said that they play a song and then they talk about it. What song was hers?
Worst song in the world.
What?
True Colors.
Dude, I love True Colors. How can you not like True Colors? How are you hating on True Colors?
Horrid. Absolutely horrid.
Oh, man.
Did you tell her that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. I was going to say, that might be the reason she's not calling you back. If you're like, God, I'm never bringing you to another vinyl party.
God, first I thought you were creepy, and now I just think you're a jerk for hating on True Colors.
Did she seem to have a good time at the vinyl party?
Yeah, you know, she's, somewhat reserved, but she seemed to have, like she had a good time, and she talked to some people that I know and hung around a little bit, and, we hung out for hours. It seemed, seemed relaxed and casual, and
Okay.
she wasn't like dancing on the tables or anything, but, she had fun.
Did she judge you as harshly about your pick for your song? Is that maybe what happened?
I'm not sure.
What did you bring?
Rick James, Super Freak.
Super freak. Hey, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Nobody could hate on that.
Yeah, but that's tacky on a first date, man.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Really?
You're killing me. You're destroying me. It's fun.
Super freak on a first date? I mean, could you be any more obvious of what your message was?
What are you talking about? It's a fun song. It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
It's a party song. It's a dance song. At the very least, 2 babies were made. At least.
I think so. I think that's actually a fact with that song. Every single time it's played, 2 babies are made. How did the night end?
She said she was calling an Uber, and, I had my car, so, I didn't drink, and I said, no, let me give you a ride home, and, she wasn't having it. She said, she was polite, and said the Uber was around the corner in 2 minutes, and that was that.
Oh. So she just left, no kiss, no hug, nothing?
2 pat in the back hug.
Oh,
yeah, that's even worse than no hug, I think.
Yeah,
Here you go, old buddy.
And to call an Uber before you even tell someone that you're calling an Uber means that you're trying to make a real speedy getaway.
Thanks for reminding me, yes.
Yes, it does. So why do you think she's not calling you back?
I don't know. I mean, it went pretty well, I thought. I mean, I really enjoyed her. I mean, I think she's so damn pretty, and I thought I was being courteous. I didn't drink, and I couldn't have been that obnoxious. So I really don't know. I would like to know, but I have no idea.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song. Unfortunately, not on vinyl. It's going to be a digital song. Ugh. And then we'll come back and get your second date update, all right?
All right.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Sean is on the phone, and Sean is a super freak. That's right. He's a super freak. Except the only problem with being a super freak is when you don't have somebody to super freak with. So Sean's been home alone in his house, super freaking by himself. Which can be fun, but it's way better with a partner. And the girl that he wants to be a super freak partner isn't calling him back. Sean took his date, her name is Sarah, to a vinyl party. The idea of the party is you buy a vinyl record and take it there, and then they play a song from that record, and then everybody listens to you explain why you picked that song. That was Sean's song that he picked, Super Freak. I guess she picked True Colors by Cyndi Lauper.
Awesome song.
Anyway, he thought that he had a great date and she had a good time, except she left early, took an Uber when he offered to give her a ride home, and they ended the evening with just a hug and a pat on the back. So seems like she didn't really enjoy the date with Sean, and we're going to get her on the phone right now and find out if that's true.
Now, Sean, I was a little hard on you in the first part of this.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I was. But I'm going to give you a chance. Why should Sarah go out with you again?
You should be prepared with that answer. So we're going to do the heavy lifting at the first part when we talk to her and find out if something went wrong and everything else. But eventually that's going to come up in the conversation, Sean. And that's what I want you to be thinking about while we talk to her, okay?
You want to feed me something? I'm drawing a blank there.
Right, Sean.
Tell her that you liked her a lot and you really want to date her and you thought she was a magnificent person. And that should be good, I think.
Put the focus on her. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
If there's nothing you can really draw from yourself, just put it on her, okay?
All right.
All right.
These are two genius man minds at work right now.
Here we go. So I'm going to call her right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Sarah, please?
This is she.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what are you calling from?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
You're not familiar with it at all?
No, I don't listen to the radio. Why are you calling?
Well, I'm calling because you recently went on a date with somebody who does listen to the show.
Okay.
And his name is Sean.
Okay.
Okay. And Sean emailed us about you and said that he really had a good time, but he's wondering why you're not answering his phone calls or text messages.
That's weird.
I agree. It is kind of weird.
I don't really know what you want to know. I guess we just weren't a fit.
You weren't a fit.
Yeah, he's super cute guy, very nice, very charming, engaged in conversation, and just sometimes in life the timing's off.
I don't really believe you on that one because you called an Uber before you even told him you were going to call an Uber.
Yeah.
Like that usually indicates something else was going on.
What? How do you know that?
Because he told us.
He told you a lot about our date then.
Yeah, he did. He told us all about it.
I mean, the reason why I called the Uber is there was some stuff that was going on, and I didn't really want to talk with him about it, and I just kind of wanted to excuse myself from the situation, and I just thought that, well, that's what was best.
You mean like stuff at the party going on that you didn't like?
It's a little more complicated than that.
Okay.
Do you mind telling us what it is so we can at least let him know? Because he liked you a lot.
So Sean and I had our date set up, and earlier in the day, I had received a text message from my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
I didn't respond to it. I just kind of let it go by the wayside and wanted to enjoy my time with Sean and getting to know him. And so my favorite song, did he tell you what it was?
He told us.
Cyndi Lauper, True Colors?
Yeah,
he
good
told us.
choice, girl.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I've got your back on that one.
Yeah, he told us that you the record that you chose to bring was Cyndi Lauper, and the song that you wanted was True Colors. He told us that.
To me, it's just a really great song. It's just, kind of a female anthem of support and really just going after what's important to you in your life. And I'm kind of getting emotional talking about it right now, but it just brought up a lot of emotions, and it made me really kind of think about where I'm at in my life and where I want to go. And my ex just, sent me this lovely text message, and I felt like it was a sign that we were supposed to be together. And, I got a little emotional, so I excused myself. I went to the restroom. I kind of gathered things together, and that's when, I took a deep breath and was like, I don't feel comfortable being here, because it was kind of a weird emotional state. So I called the Uber, and that's kind of when I left. So nothing against Sean. He was very nice, but he's just not the person I'm supposed to be with.
So are you back with your ex?
I am. Yeah, we're back together.
What? Like that?
Oh, wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, that is a powerful song. I have cried many times to it. I haven't run back to any man's arms yet, but I could see how that could happen for you.
Yeah, it was just the confirmation from that song and getting back to my ex. It was just so strong. I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't sweep it under the rug, and I have Sean really to thank for that. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Sean did a nice thing and reminded you of your ex-boyfriend, so now you could go back and be in that relationship and be happy, I guess.
Man.
If you guys do talk to him, if you could pass that along, that would be great, because I do appreciate what meeting him has brought to my life.
Sure. Well, actually, you can thank him yourself, because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's on the other line and wants to say hi to you.
He's been listening to this whole thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sean, are you still there?
Hi. So happy I could rekindle your love.
Look, I am so sorry for not returning your phone call and your text messages. I thought it was inappropriate. I didn't really know how to tell you. But thank you, honestly. Thank you.
That's the worst thank you
I know
ever.
it's probably not what you want to hear from a girl that you went out on a date with, getting back together with her ex. But had I not had that opportunity to meet you and really kind of had that opportunity to bring a record to this really cool, interesting party that you invited me to, I wouldn't have gotten to the place, to be comfortable and confident in moving back into a relationship with my ex. And we're in a really good place right now.
Of course.
Sean, you should be really happy for her.
Right?
Yeah, I'm super happy. You gotta be kidding me.
God, I bet you love Cyndi Lauper True Colors more than ever before right now, Sean.
I hated that song so much, and I just have like a new level of dislike for that song.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, really.
The party, you told me that you really liked it.
Yeah, well, I was lying through my teeth because I really like you. I mean, not to be cheesy, but, I thought we had something. I thought we had a nice time, and, I thought we'd see where it goes. And I was a little bit butthurt you didn't return my text.
Sean, we did. We had a great time, and I don't know any other way to say it, but you're not my guy. You are a great guy.
Hey, thanks. I understand, but just, in the future, you could just return a text, you know?
I think it was pretty nice of her to say that she had a good time since she spent half the date crying by herself in the bathroom.
Yeah, you know, I have that effect sometimes, you know?
There you go, Sean. Hey, at least you can take solace in knowing that Sarah is happy.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I never should have taken her to that damn party.
Yeah, if you wouldn't have done that, she might not have realized that she wanted to be back with her ex.
It was meant to be. I mean, it was going to happen eventually, and it kind of worked out in this lovely story the universe wanted to write for us.
Well, Sarah, the universe wants me to ask you if you'll go out with Sean on a second date. We will pay for it. Do you want to go out with Sean again?
She's not even single.
No, thank you.
That'd be the most shocking yes we ever got on a second date update.
So you're sure about that? That's a no?
No, but I have some single girlfriends that I think might be a good fit for him.
Oh, nice. Sean, are you interested in going out with one of Sarah's friends?
Absolutely. You are talking to the OG super freak. When do we start?
Oh, yay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to set you up. I've got a ton of girlfriends. You met some of them at the bar, but I'll definitely get you guys in contact.
All right, well, there you go, Sean. It's kind of a successful second date update for you.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And Sarah, just make sure that any girl you set him up with has an ex-boyfriend that she's been thinking about a lot.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Very good point on the text messages. It says that guy couldn't be a real hipster. A real hipster wouldn't listen to your show. I realize that.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you missed the second date update, that was recorded when Brooke was still here. Jackie is filling in for Brooke. Brooke is out on maternity leave. And Sean wanted to call Sarah. Sean, kind of a hipstery guy, at least he says so, but he listens to this show, so he can't be too much of a hipster. He took her to a vinyl party where everybody listens to records. And then they talk about the songs that they chose for the evening. He chose Super Freak. She chose True Colors. Anyway, she wasn't calling him back because the song reminded her of her ex. And then she called her ex and got back together with her ex and didn't want to go out with him again.
Wow.
And
Just backfired.
Yeah, well, it didn't really backfire too much because she said that he was a nice guy and she's willing to hook him up with some friends. So he was into that. So
That's true.
Kind of a successful second date update.
Worked out for everyone for once.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.